also neglect of the public spaces and the services, which means that there's a lot of people from different cultural backgrounds living here, but they don't meet, or there's no possibilities for them to work together or develop activities together. And we suggested to the housing corporation, who owns all the houses you see is from the Rothschild Housing Corporation, to start revitalizing the shopping street by giving thinking with the housing corporation about the future of the street.
Vom Ehrgeiz gepackt wollen wir uns nun nach erfolgreichen Projekten erkundigen, die sich der Förderung des gesellschaftlichen Zusammenhalts verschrieben haben und uns als Vorbild dienen könnten. In der niederländischen Hauptstadt Amsterdam stoßen wir auf reichlich Inspiration für die Stadtspaziergänge Neues Frankfurt.
We were actually an international collective, and between 2004 and 2010 we didn't work in the Netherlands at all. We were always traveling in Africa and South America, and then in 2010 the Cascoland neighborhood in Amsterdam West was the worst neighborhood in the Netherlands, and then the municipality decided to ask us, because of our experience with working in this very difficult surroundings in the global south, to start working there. So that was interesting, and there we were able to, this was a time of economic crisis, and there was a building stop in Amsterdam, so we had a lot of space to informally and temporarily do interventions in the public space, which have informed the development of the neighborhood as well. At the moment, this Van Deyssel buurt is the worst neighborhood in the Netherlands. So the housing corporation that we collaborated with in Cascoland, they asked us, can you please think with us about how we can include the development of the public spaces during the renovation process, instead of do the renovation first and then start thinking about the public spaces, which we think is a very good idea. And this is a relatively small neighborhood, 1,200 units, and here's the street that we're now walking into is Van Deyssel Street. It used to be a very vibrant shopping street. You have to imagine in the 50s and the 60s there was all these families living here with children. Everybody knew each other, everybody was taking care of each other's children. You could go to the shops here, for instance the baker or the grocery, and you could run up a tap, you didn't have to pay. You could send your children, and then in the end of the week you could go and pay. There was this trust.
Like in a small town or a village.
And this
Die Initiative heißt also Cascoland, gegründet von einer Gruppe Community-Künstlern aus Amsterdam, die 2010 im Stadtteil Cascoland aktiv wurden. Damals war dieser Stadtteil noch als problematischstes Viertel der Niederlande verkannt. Roel Schoenmakers, einer der Gründer von Cascoland, nimmt uns freundlicherweise mit auf einen Rundgang durchs Viertel Van Deyssel, ein Stadtteil, der dieses Image inzwischen von Cascoland geerbt hat.
Everything that is now outside of the ringway was designed by Van Eesteren, an architect, and a lot of the people that live in these neighborhoods now have never heard of Van Eesteren, and they don't know that there was a city plan behind what we all see around us. And of course a lot of the original plans have been diluted in the years and it has changed, but the way the houses are built, north-south, to get the maximum of the morning and the evening sun, and because the whole idea was that people would be working during the daytime, so they wanted some sun in the morning and some sun in the afternoon. So this was totally thought out, you know, and we and there's a museum now, the Van Eesteren Museum. They want to, they want to, educate people to realize in what kind of city planning they are living. And the pity is that for the last 30 years, the housing corporations and the municipality have really kept really bad maintenance of the houses, so the quality is really bad. So a lot of this architecture is going to disappear, but the new planning tries to keep in mind the ideas of Van Eesteren.
Das Erfolgsrezept von Kohlenkiet wollen die Gründer von Cascoland, Roel Schoenmakers und Fiona de Bell, auch jetzt wieder anwenden. Diese Glashütten spielen dabei eine entscheidende Rolle.
With their own culture and their own history that turn what we have here this into like a product.
Right.
So this is used.
So this is afval.
This is afval. Yeah, exactly. So this is Anna. Anna, introduce yourself.
Hello, hi.
This whole
Hi. Hi.
and I didn't got your name.
Jörg.
Yeah.
Did I just hear you say that this is garbage? It's actually so. We transform it from garbage into what you see here. Yeah.
Right.
Into delicacies.
I mean,
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
this is garbage from the market and it transforms into
They have
food.
6,000 kilos of vegetables and fruit each week.
Oh, wow.
How much?
6,000. More than 6,000.
And you go to the market and collect it there, or are there people who bring it, because that's a lot of organization?
We have several sources. So we collect it ourselves, and we're now busy with some youngsters in the neighborhood who are going to collect it for us. And there's a man in the Cascoland. He used to be this boxer, and he has a big business collecting also, and also producing, of hoe zeg je dat, distributing it through whole Amsterdam.
So, and it didn't have a function at all. So this neighborhood, in the next 10 years, at the moment there's 1,200 units, housing units. In 10 years they're going to be 1,800, which means that there's a densification of 50%, which means that there's going to be a lot of pressure on the public spaces, like everywhere in Amsterdam.
Right.
And we have proposed to the municipality that we want to think with them about functionalizing the public green instead of just having these dull lawns. And so this is actually a test plot for having more fruit trees.
600 neue Wohnungen sollen in nur 10 Jahren hier im Van Deyssel-Viertel entstehen. Ein großer Druck für die nachhaltige Energieversorgung der geplanten Haushalte. Aber Roel und sein Team sind in ihrem Stadtplanungskonzept bereits einen Schritt weiter.
So we're going to produce our own biogas with waste from the neighborhood and cook on the biogas that we will produce here off the grid.
Diese Pläne mögen noch etwas nach Zukunftsvision klingen, aber der positive Einfluss, den das Projekt bereits jetzt auf das Viertel hat, ist zunehmend sichtbar. Besonders in Anbetracht der vielen sozialen Probleme, mit denen die Einwohner vor noch wenigen Jahren tagtäglich leben mussten.
This was a stretch of 10 parallel parking lots.
Ah.
And every night, all the parking lots were taking, and there was party all night, even in Corona times. And in the morning, it was covered with the traces of last night, so to speak. You know, condoms, laughing gas capsules, food waste. And then every morning these parents would come here to bring their children to school. So it was terrible. And also this was a threat to the girls that were living here. So we said, well, easy option is just take the parking spaces away. And that took like 4 or 5 months to negotiate with the municipality. And then one day in, I think this was last October, we took them away, we managed to put the grass in before the winter, and now nobody knows anymore, and the behavior and the atmosphere has totally changed. And all the neighbors here.
Es scheint, als ob die Maßnahmen auch einen zunehmend erzieherischen Effekt auf die Bevölkerung haben. In der Deyssel-Straße, früher eine blühende Kaufmeile im Herzen des Viertels, wo sich die Einwohner oft und gerne in den Geschäften rumtummelten, lernen wir dann, was genau es mit den sogenannten One-Day-Shops auf sich hat.
Party center, because if you have a birthday party or there's a wedding, there's no spaces in the neighborhood that you can rent. So this is a pop-up party center. Unfortunately, it has been closed now for a few months already. But there's more spaces here, and I will walk you now to the one-day shop. And the one-day shop is the same shop as this one. Again, you see
Uns überkommt ein nostalgisches Gefühl, als Roel ein Stück weiter erklärt, wie die One-Day-Shops die früheren freundschaftlichen Beziehungen zwischen Ladenbesitzern und die Nähe zu ihren Kunden wieder aufleben lassen sollen.
What we try to stimulate is a sense of unitedness between all the shops. Yeah, it's nothing to no. Until 30 years ago, this used to be the shop, and the shopkeeper would live next to the shop.
Ah, okay.
Which
So what you're doing now?
Yeah, exactly. So every unit here was not only a shop but also a family house, which gives a totally different atmosphere in a shopping street. And I think we should go back to that system, that you are not only a professional but you're also a resident, and if you manage to mix this, you get a different kind of community.
And it's a high social control, of course.
Also,
You take care of your
this is
business.
interesting. This is a dépendance from the Frascati Theatre, which is
They're still using it?
yeah, they have a show. That's Hannah. Here they do
what a-
community.
How lonely she's sitting there.
Yeah, but she's preparing for tonight, but they are looking now for different ways of continuing theatre in times of Corona. So they do walks, theatre walks, but they also do radio. And here you have Agnes. Do you know Agnes?
I recognize you. I've met you
She's
before.
the girl of Buckingham.
I'm the girl, the little girl.
The girl of Buckingham.
Once upon a time, I was
Do
this
you
girl.
want to? You do prefer to be called the wife of Buck?
I don't. No. I love it. I love it. It's just I don't feel so connected to my black girl, my girliness.
Yeah. And what are you guys up to?
We were going to steal that table.
Bald darauf sind wir dann nicht mehr die Einzigen, die Roels Stadtführung gespannt und neugierig mitverfolgen. Ein Fahrradfahrer lässt es sich nicht nehmen, spontan an der Führung teilzunehmen.
I was just explaining these guys. This is a one-day shop. It's an incubator for people from the neighborhood who want to develop themselves as a shopkeeper.
Okay.
So every day of the week, and you can see the names there.
Oh yeah.
A different lady from the neighborhood is running this shop. Unfortunately, now for the corona, we are closed.
Yeah.
But together with a professional designer,
Yeah.
all the 6 different women are designing a fashion dress and we are going to be exhibiting them in the glass house on the Plein 45 to support these women and what they are doing in these times of Corona, and hopefully soon they will be able to open up again and continue designing and selling dresses and
that's a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
But is it designed for a particular culture or?
The interesting thing is that
could be
also
from
if you see
different
the names,
countries
we
or
have
different
an
continents.
Indian lady, we have Moroccan ladies, Turkish ladies,
okay.
African ladies,
Yeah.
and they all design a dress from their own cultural background.
Okay.
So we want to show the diversity, but
Yeah.
also the unity.
Yeah. It's a brilliant idea.
Thank you very much.
very
Are you
good.
from the neighborhood here?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I live here just behind Amsterdam in
Okay.
Plein 45.
Okay,
But
okay.
I'm here most of the time,
Yeah.
so. And when I see this is new here, I haven't seen this before, so
Yeah, this
I'm
is
kind of curious.
So this is a new project that they are now starting their own fashion.
What is
Ah, that's
Is
nice.
it possible that other people also can use it, or is this now a group?
At the moment,
You want to use it?
No,
you
because
design
I'm
it.
asking, is it just a very important question you asked? Because there are a lot of women also that are also designing dresses. So my question was going to be, is it open for every woman or?
basically yes, if there is a slot in the time. So if you see,
okay.
as you can
Yeah,
see,
yeah.
on Friday mornings,
Yeah.
the place is available.
Okay.
So if somebody comes with a good idea, they can start and try it out here on a Friday mornings.
Because I know women that are also doing some clothing in in some organizations as well. Sometimes they might be interested. Since this is a kind of
And
elaborate
my
project,
colleague
so-
Agnes, she's in charge of the programming here. So maybe you guys can hook up and,
Okay,
and
then.
maybe you know somebody who wants to try their luck here.
Okay. Or maybe I should pass along on Friday and see how it works, and then.
Well, at the moment it's always closed
Oh, okay.
because of the corona.
Yeah.
So if you are interested, then you should talk to Agnes then.
Okay.
Besonders interessant finden wir die Gestaltung der Grünflächen zwischen den Häuserreihen, die uns sehr an die Konzepte der Gartenarchitekten des neuen Frankfurt erinnern.
Process work, which means that at the moment people are very cynical about the participation process because it's been going on for 3 years and nothing is coming out. So now we have decided that we are going to have some test gardens, test plots for participation, and it's this playground. Behind it is an inner garden and the front gardens of this block. And we are now starting in the coming weeks to restyle this playground. We're going to take away all the bushes because they are used as public toilets by men in the evening. So it's the kids think it's a really dirty place, but they would like to play in the blue playground. So the blue playground is the first test for participatory city development here in the neighborhood. Then,
Zu den geplanten Interventionen gehören die Umgestaltung von Kinderspielplätzen, Alleen, Fahrradstellplätzen und vorhandenen Rasenflächen, die bisher nur wenig gemeinschaftlich genutzt werden konnten.
That's a problem.
So we call this an encroachment zone, which is everything between the house and the roadside, and we are going to redesign this space, which means that all the bicycles are going to go more to the street side. We're going to take away these fences and we're going to create like a green zone here together with the residents. And these 3 test gardens or test plots are a way to experiment with the participatory process, so that in the future the whole development of the public spaces can grow out of this participation process.
Auch hier sollen in den nächsten Jahren mehr funktionale Grünflächen entstehen, die sich hoffentlich als Begegnungshotspots zwischen verschiedenen Kulturen entpuppen und so den gesellschaftlichen Zusammenhalt im Van Deyssel-Viertel ankurbeln werden.
has designed this.
Yes.
Made the city planning.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so what is going to happen over the next 10 years is that the blocks with they call it the flower, the rosette, they are going to stay, These houses are too bad quality that they want to take them down. But what they now, all the front doors are facing the west, so you're always looking behind to the back side of the house, and the front doors are all on this side. Now what they are going to do with this new block is then turn it around, so have the front doors facing each other, and have car-free green streets in between it, and then of course when the front doors are going to face each other, also the back sides of the houses are going to face each other, and we're going to turn them into functional green, so not a green street, but functional green like you saw at the Vermoerkerkenstraat, orchards, kitchen gardens, stuff like that.